Welcome to the Daihatsu repair showroom. We're spending our day here today. Hope you guys are in for some little training, Daihatsu training seminars and stuff. Haha, just kidding. We're gonna ride. Let's make sure that I can see this. Alright. Greetings, everybody. Wow, the delay is pretty short today. That's nice. Alright. Our view is pretty good. Nice. Ready to rock. How's the audio? Everything okay? I'm going to, actually we gotta turn this down. We don't want to hear that. Jason, welcome, thank you, as always. All right, we're gonna fire this beast up and get on the road. Get a look at my, I'm going to try to lower this a bit so it's not in your view. How's that? Nice. Okay. So it's out of your way, but I can still see what's going on. Irvin! Hey, sir! How are things in Chicago? Thank you. If we can make it all the way to Shibuya without the iPhone overheating. It's quite warm today. As soon as the rainy season finishes, it just switches to immense heat and humidity. Actually, it's not too humid, but it's quite hot today. It's nice to have you guys along. I'm working in Shibuya today, and I decided, you know what, it's a nice day for a kind of a long road to Shibuya. So usually I take a expressway, and it's very fast to get there, but today is a leisurely mood, so we're gonna take it easy and scenic tour. So welcome aboard. Today we're riding Sexy AF. Speaking of, it's my Custom Bonneville. First, we're going to pass through Ikebukuro. For anybody who's feeling a little queasy, you can find an air motion sickness bag under the seat in front of you. Feel free. I won't be offended. Dead ahead is this way. There's our camera. Oh, this way. Dead ahead is Ikebukuro. It's strange. I'm looking at the monitor from my other phone, and it has a delay, so it kind of throws me off a bit. Passing through Ikebukuro. Lots of great stuff to see in Ikebukuro. Great food. It's kind of a mini Shinjuku. It's quite big, but it's very bustling. It's just not as big as you can do it. You can do it. Let's go. There you go. Attaboy. Sasuga. Okay. Big department stores here. Parco, Seibu. Main entrance of Ikebukuro station is right over here on the right. East entrance. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. Guys. Arigato. Yeah. And we're in the middle of a pandemic. Look at all these people out and about. Thankfully, everybody's masked up. We are 1 week away, and thanks if I missed anybody. I'm sorry. I'll check later. But thank you so much. It's hard to catch them on the fly when we're driving, your chats, so thank you. Thanks for joining. We are on my bike headed to the final destination of Shibuya today. Right now we're in Ikebukuro, and the numbers are climbing in Tokyo. We're not having a good pandemic count right now. And we have the Olympics opening 1 week from today with no spectators, which really sucks. And we got a bit of a log jam here. Yeah, no spectators in the Olympics. So we'll have to watch it on TV, even those of us who are living here. it's a real shame. But at least there's a lot of opponents of the Olympics. But you know, I have a soft heart for the athletes that have trained their whole lives for this moment and have made it into the Olympics, and then to have it stripped from them. You know, obviously it's more important to keep people healthy and the world healthy, and Japan healthy. But man, what a downer if that was just completely outright canceled. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of athletes, their career begins after the Olympics. It's a springboard for so many of them to become television personalities and commentators, coaches. We're hitting a few lights here, but we should be pretty smooth sailing after this. Heading to the outskirts of Ikebukuro, and next we'll be going through Shinjuku and Harajuku after that, and then into Shibuya. So it'll be interesting to see how many people are milling about in Shinjuku as we go through the crossing there. I don't know if those of you who are watching are into podcasts, but I will be plugging my podcast throughout the stream, the Serial Talker podcast. Maybe JB, you could put that link in the chat. Thank you, if you have it handy. That's my true crime, true stories podcast, and I'm working on the new one right now. We just launched the YouTube version this morning, which is the latest one about the killing of Versace. And that's what I'm talking about. Left here is Takadano Baba. This breeze feels great. So, like I said, we're 1 week away from the Olympics, and I plan to go around the stadium, probably with John at one point, and on my own maybe another time. But we'll cruise around the stadium and kind of get a boots on the ground feel of what it's like around there. I'm assuming there's a little bit of action. And you are not going to want to miss that opening ceremony. July 23rd, next Friday. Right now we're at Nishi Waseda Station. Waseda is one of the top schools here in Tokyo, universities. Today I'm doing a recording in Shibuya for NHK, one of the radio programs that I do. It's called Kiso Eigo, and it's an English educational thing. So I'll do that today from 2 o'clock. So, hey Nick. Hey sir. Thank you. I will do that. Thank you, Nick. And thanks again, Linda. Appreciate it. So, always. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'll get out on the expressway again. Traffic is nothing like it was at the peak of the opening of the pandemic, when I could ride with nobody on the roads. It was so eerie but exhilarating at the same time. McDonald's in Tokyo that has a drive-thru, one of the few restaurants, because the land is so expensive. Okay, we're coming up on Shinjuku. Those with really bad pronunciation say Shinjuku. Shinjuku, as far as I know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. So we're at coming on into Shinjuku, and dead ahead is Shibuya and Harajuku. We're going to stay on this road, and it would be nice get around this guy, which we can, and we just did. Heart of Shinjuku. The other day, John Dobb took you to see that three-dimensional cat, which is pretty Indy Cats go. The heart of Shinjuku. Down to the right here, I was off a street. That last place was closer to Ikebukuro. Now we are just off to the right. Over here is where you would go down to see the cat and the central part of Shinjuku Station. Go Tokyo 2020, it says up there on the sign. Oh, Jason. Have mercy. So back to the Olympians, the athletes. Not only do they not have spectators other than their own team and other supporters from their country, coach and stuff, but they can't mingle with the other athletes. And the Olympic Village is known for its promiscuity. They always pass out lots of condoms, Olympic condoms, and this year was no exception, except with the caveat of, please take these home with you. Not back to your apartment in Tokyo, but home to your country. So that's kind of a drag. Up here on the left is a secret studio that I did a job at a couple weeks ago. It's so secretive, I can't even tell you what the job was. So I don't know why I brought it up. No, it's a game that's coming out in the fall, and it's sponsored. I can't tell you, but it's sponsored by a major sports organization. That's all I can tell you. And it's a phone game. It's for a smartphone, Android, iPhone, and it's really cool. And I played one of the announcers, play-by-play announcers. It's awesome. So when I get that information and I can share it, I will share it. And you can download it. Play it. But this particular studio, they don't have a website. They don't want to advertise because a lot of stuff that is done there is top secret, and animation and games and things. I'm surprised they didn't blindfold me. Alright, dead ahead is Takashimaya, big department store in the south part of Shinjuku, Minami Shinjuku. we are in Tokyo, in Shinjuku. We're just passing through Shinjuku. And on our way to Shibuya. Morning I had a delivery come to the house. The bell rang, bing bong, and there was a delivery guy, got the package, and then he left, and then ding dong, and nobody was there, and ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. It went on like every couple minutes. Somebody was ringing it, and they weren't there. I thought I was going crazy. So I stood there and watched, and it was a ghost. Nobody was there, but something was ringing it. So I think the intercom broke. Lovely. So that means all night tonight is going to be ringing. I'm not sure how to turn it off. Woo! Yeah, it feels great. At the edge of Yoyogi right now. I was just gonna say it feels great to have the wind in your hair, but yeah, I can't exactly say that. There are, I just noticed, security people that I've never seen before. They are obviously related to the Olympics, and the Olympics is just up over here to the left. Go up there, there's one of the, you can get to the stadium this way. And that's where we'll be going. Not today, but on another day. There are Olympic venues all over the city. Harajuku is actually off to the right. So if you want to go through the Shibuya crossing, actually that was one way to go into Shibuya. If we stay on this street, we'll actually have another, there's a few ways to get into Harajuku. So I think actually we'll be crossing through the main intersection of Harajuku coming up here. Right through the heart. We're gonna shoot through. Yeah, so this is part of Harajuku right now. are modeled after that British taxi, which everybody prefers. They're so much easier to get into, more spacious. They're hybrid. So this is Harajuku. This is the crossing, Harajuku, and I think we can squeeze through here or not. Let's try it. Yeah. The mirrors on this thing are pretty wide, so I got to be really careful. So I don't smack other people's vehicles. Get pole position. PVG position. All right. Woo, it's hot. Here we go. All right, passing through Harajuku. Ahead is Shibuya. We'll kind of wind our way through Shibuya. Shibuya has really changed. For those of you who are not here in Japan, watching from elsewhere, and have been to Japan, you will notice an enormous change in Shibuya. This is Miyashita Park over here on the right. All around Shibuya Station, totally different. Shibuya Scramble Square, lots of shopping opportunities, food, hangout places. It's really changed, and that's happened in just the last couple of years. Dead ahead is Scramble Crossing. Pull over here for a second in the shade and have a quick chat. Thank you. See ya. Tedster, is that right? I don't have my glasses on. Tedster, thank you so much. You're so flattering. You're amazing too. All you guys are amazing. Everybody's amazing. Thanks, guys. What are you doing on time here? It is almost 1 o'clock. And the crossing is just up here. And sure, yeah, we can turn right there. So we're going to go up here to the right. And we'll go through the Scramble Crossing, turn right, and make our way up towards NHK, where we will terminate for today. All right. I'll try to time it so that we can get that green light up there. Boy, too many cars. Rinky-dink mount that I made for the phone is actually working out pretty good, isn't it? It's relatively smooth, and I think it's acceptable by all parties involved. That big screen you see is Shibuya Scramble Square. Yeah, it's really odd. You would never know that there's a worldwide event going on 1 week from now. That it is what it is, but you know, normally I was here when the World Cup was here, the Soccer World Cup, and it was just awesome. There was so much partying going on, and just the energy was amazing. People from all over the world just having a great time, cheering on their teams. And the Olympics would be like that, only bigger. Just off over here on the right is where the main scramble crossing is. And as a lot of you know, the vaccines, the Japanese word wakachin, the vaccines are rolling out here. They have been for about a month now. And I got my first, and will get my second in about 10 days. And I've heard the second one is brutal, depending on your age. Old people have no problem with it. But people in my age bracket tend to have more issues after that second shot. So I've been trying to keep my schedule relatively clear that day after, just in case. Not great. Look at that. You see that up there? You see that up there? Way. I'm trying to lean back so you can see the building over there. All of the windows in this lower segment of Shibuya Scramble Square are making up the screen. It's just killer. Wraps around. There's quite a delay, so see that. Alright, get the light, kids. Let's go. And dead ahead is Scramble Crossing, the infamous, notorious Scramble Crossing, where people do stupid stuff for their Instagram accounts and stuff, like laying down in the middle of it. Oh, we gotta. All right, we're gonna pull over here for a second. Because we want to get up there for pole position. So stand by. I'm going to try to time it so that we can be parked right at the edge of the crossing and see all the peaks. So let's see, here it goes. Shibuya, please click that thumb up. Do it for this bald gorilla in front of us. QB Club Store. I'm not sure what that is. There's a QB House haircut shop that I used to go to for 1,000 yen a pop until I no longer needed to get a haircut. I do it all myself. It's kind of bittersweet when you reach that point as an adult male, when you finally capitulate and give up on your hair, and you no longer need to make an appointment for a hair salon, and you buy a trimmer for 50 bucks, and it pays for itself in just a couple months' time. So it's nice to save money, but you know, hey. It's also nice to feel the wind in your hair. Bald guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, we're gonna cut here to the right. It's one of the back streets of Shibuya. Straight ahead is where Tokyo Hands is in Shibuya. Some of you know that area. We'll be going left up here at the end and making our way to NHK, which will be our final stop for today. This is always a bit of a log jam right here in this intersection. There's lots of people walking, lots of cars have to turn. Stop for a minute, and when we park, just give me a minute, and I'll say goodbye properly. Tears in mine eye, maybe. It's kind of a dicey area to turn in. I'm always a bit weary because people zooming up behind me. Send us. guys, I'm just gonna fill out this paperwork and give me a moment. Wait. すみません。お願いします。お願いします。Alright, just a second, guys. Just one moment. Wait, お願いします。多分17時までです。はい。お願いします。Okay, guys. Thanks so much for joining this ride into Shibuya. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to actually turn this around so I can see. Just give me one moment here. I can see the. Where is the? Oh, here he is. Okay. All right. Yeah, you can see me good. Yeah, great to see you. Hey, Ramses. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So I can see what's going on here. Get something. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. So, one other little bit of information. I'm not gonna share all of it until as the days lead on, but I'll give you a hint. Make sure you watch the opening ceremony. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay? So, don't miss the opening minutes of the opening ceremony. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's next Friday the 23rd. It's probably very early in the morning for you in America. And I'm not sure if they're playing, I'm pretty sure they're playing on NBC in America. They're broadcasting live, but also on a delay. And I've heard they're doing both. So at any rate, you don't want to miss that opening ceremony. So, and you don't want to miss any of the Olympics that are aired. It's pretty amazing. The whole ceremony is pretty amazing. But the whole event is fabulous. So make sure you watch it on TV, where you are, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. I can see, just a moment. Back here behind me is the Olympic torch wagon or van. You can see back there. So yeah, hopes Tokyo 2020 Olympic torch relay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, it's kind of hard to hold this stable as it is, but thank you so much. Sorry, I just missed somebody who super chatted. It's hard to see, so I'm sorry. I will check it. Get my sunglasses off. I just can't see. Simply can't see. I'm sorry. I'll check later. It's really bright and it's hard to see what's written. Ray. Okay, thank you, sir. I deleted it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to delete that. My fat fingers did not mean to delete your post. Sorry about that. Thank you. So yeah, thanks guys, and we'll just be in touch again very soon. And greetings from Shibuya. Thanks for coming along on the ride. We'll catch you all soon in the next several days. Ciao for now.